Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum could already be in this fifth wave as suggested in the previous videos. There are two scenarios that I'm observing, actually a few more, but two main scenarios here. In the first scenario, we have completed the fourth wave here yesterday, no, on Wednesday actually. And then we are now moving up in this fifth wave. In this fifth wave, we could be developing a diagonal pattern similar to what Bitcoin could be doing. So therefore, due to this corrective move that happened to the upside, I'm currently considering the idea that this is a diagonal pattern. So I'm watching if we can push higher here in a third wave and possibly reach the top of this resistance area. However, it's obviously not a very well defined wedge pattern because I really only have one touch point up here. But eventually in a diagonal pattern, you would expect some kind of a wedge to be formed or a channel, but most likely some kind of an ascending wedge. So I'm watching this. This is one possibility, and then it could obviously push us higher, get this wave 5 done. And we're talking here about possible price range. You know, if I take the length of that third wave, go to the high, and then go to the low, we talk about 1830. Yeah, so roughly 1830 for that top of that fifth wave. And bear in mind, after that, we could still get a fourth and a fifth. So that's sort of what I'm watching as one possible scenario. So the trend is clearly still up as long as we're holding anyway above this green support area. That's the main bullish support, which goes down all the way to 1370. Then we had here one support area. That did fail. I leave it on the chart, but that did fail clearly. But here we've got another one which is now working out to the upside. So again, anybody who entered here in this green support area can move up there, stop loss into profit, or at least break even and watch it. The other scenario is that the wave 4 isn't finished yet, and that what we're doing here at the moment is a WXY pattern. I took the subwaves off the chart not to be, that it doesn't look too confusing. We would be based on that in the Y wave, and the Y wave could be an A, B, C pattern, and that we're now in the C wave. However, this looks corrective down, corrective up, so I'm not convinced about that. It would indicate that we will come down very shortly in a C wave and continue that C wave actually. This will get less likely as soon as we break substantially above 1615, above the 78.6 FIB. And especially if we then break above the last swing high at 1632. And then there is a third option, which is that wave 4 is not yet finished, but that it is unfolding as a triangle. In that case, we wouldn't get down into this green area. And also for that purpose, I gave you yesterday this small support area as a tradable long trade setup basically. Yeah. In this scenario, we have a triangle pattern that is unfolding here. And again, there are different options how this could play out. Also here we have the idea that this could be a WX. Let me think. Just need to think. Yeah, there's a few. There could be one possibility where all of this is the A wave of the triangle. This is a B wave of the triangle. This is a C wave of the triangle. This is a D wave of the triangle. It should also imminently come down in an E wave and then rally higher. And the E wave would finish off the wave 4 here in green, yeah. And there's another possibility where I'm counting basically I start basically here. We think A, B, C, D, E, and we would now rally. But that is only secondary, and it doesn't really matter. So again, a few questions from people, why are there different counts? There have to be different counts because nobody knows the future. So we can only look at options, high probability setups. There's of course more than one possibility because again, I don't make the market here. Also, the Elliott Waves don't make the market. the market will make the decisions. But I am showing you here out of the theoretical infinity of different possibilities, 2 or 3 highly likely scenarios, and you get the trade setups with it. Yeah, we had a setup down here, worked out. We had a setup here, worked out. We had one here, didn't work out, don't always work out. And we had one here, worked out. So I always try to encourage, and I explained that in detail in the Bitcoin video as well. So watch the last Bitcoin video if you want to find out more. But don't trade the count, trade the pivot point. Yeah, it doesn't matter which of these scenarios is eventually going to play out. There's no point in asking me, do you think we are in the Y wave or do you think we're already on the way up? Nobody knows. I don't know. But what the Elliott Wave can do better than many other methods, and if you can apply Elliott Wave, you can work that out yourself, is where do I find those pivot points? What are the high reward, low risk setups? And you know, of these 3 scenarios I showed you, I have no idea if this setup is going to work out. But for example, it would have been applicable to the triangle pattern and to the diagonal pattern, and obviously wouldn't be applicable if we come down once more in a Y wave. But either way, even if we come down in this Y wave, you would still expect some sort of reaction in this pivot point, in this support area. And therefore, if you go long in here and the price fails to move up further, you still would expect some kind of a reaction. And that is the moment when you can move up the stop loss into break even, if you choose to do so. And if it breaks down, and you re-enter here, but you don't make a loss. But if it works out, I mean, then you have, I mean, oh my God, I mean, you enter, let's say you end, even if you entered here at the top, yeah, 1578, set the stop loss maybe at 1540, whatever. You risk like, what, $48? And however, what did I give you as target? Like 1850 or something? I mean, you know, several $100s in possible profit. So your reward is massive compared to the risk. And that is what I mean with low risk, high reward setups. This was an amazing one as well. This was absolutely amazing, this one. And here, I mean, the stop loss would have, you know, would have cost you a couple of dollars maybe, but the reward in the end, like, what is it? Over 100, yeah? So pretty decent. You don't find these setups, in my opinion, with many other methods. There are always other methods you can use, yeah? But when people ask me, why is there no consistency? Why are you moving your waves? These people haven't understood how it works. That's why I try to educate as well. It's a journey, and if it was easy, everybody would use it, you know, but it's not. So it's also the understanding which needs to develop, and I feel more and more people understand it, which is great, yeah, which is fantastic. Especially in the core community, we have a lot of people who understand it, and it's hard to understand because it's a mindset change, yeah. If you watch a lot of other YouTube channels or even written analysis somewhere, it's often like there's only one scenario given, yeah, but it's sort of a little bit, you know, crystal balling. But that's not the point. We don't want to talk about the future here. We want to talk about the present. Yeah, Zen. Talk about the present. Trade the present. Because what can I see in the chart at the moment? I can see where the risk is low. I don't care if the price will move up to 1800, 1700. What is the, whatever, you know, I don't know, glass balling. No, not crystal balling. I have no idea. Someone said it. Was it Ray Dalio? Someone said it. And it's not word for word, but the person who thinks he or she has a crystal ball will eat shattered glass or something like that. And it's absolutely true. There is no crystal ball. I try to preach it, because there are so many crystal ball channels which set people up for failure. And that's not professional, is it? So we want to be focusing on low risk. Yeah. In this market, if you try to focus on how much money you can make versus how much can you actually risk, or how much, where is your risk low when you enter, then you will probably burn your portfolio. Look at where the risk is low and the profits will come automatically. Yeah, because, you know, a trade setup can only fail so many times. And if you lose here a few dollars, and maybe if only, you know, only like 30% of your setups work out, but if you have a 10-to-1 reward to risk ratio, you're profitable, right? Okay, so I release you into the weekend. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.